I'm really interested in how you stumble across your introduction.
The introduction?
Yours. Your personal.
Where I fumble my title all the time?
It is so interesting to me. And then once you said it, because I think you said it like further along.
Yeah.
And then I was going backwards, so I was like, he's right.
I do. I totally fumble it every time.
So we have to talk about that.
Okay, we'll talk about that. Welcome to Plugged In Chatham-Kent, your business podcast. It doesn't sound like it at the moment, but it is a business podcast, believe it or not. Brought to you by Economic Development. I'm Andrew. I work in communications. I'm getting better at it. Yeah. And I am sitting here with, I'm going to let you introduce yourself, because we're, wait, sorry. Yes. We're on location.
Yeah.
This never happens.
Never.
It never. So it's special, partly because our office right now is undergoing, our landlord has jackhammers and all these wonderful things happening outside, and so it would be very noisy. The last time we were doing anything that was noisy, it was Retrofest, and we could hear all the music playing.
Yeah.
But, sorry,
yes.
You are?
I am Angel. I am the co-creator of The Co, and I also have a private practice. I'm a registered psychotherapist, and I want to believe that you're here in my space because you really just wanted to be here.
I also really want to be here. It is true. Look at this. We have like chairs. This is upping our production value.
Yeah.
And even if you're on the audio version of this only, believe it or not, the production value just skyrocketed. Like it is so much nicer than our boardroom with a sign that I stick behind us. This is lovely. Look, all the places you'll go, all these beautiful things that are here.
Yeah, well, we are open for rent if you ever want to rent for the podcast.
That's good to know. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm upping my marketing game.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, it's good. To answer your question about why I always fumble through my own title, is because I tell everybody else's story.
Yeah.
And this is like the roofer whose own roof is never done.
Yeah.
But everybody else's roof is perfect.
Yeah.
So I focus on everybody else, and I've realized that I have to start talking about who I am, which is, it just never happens. I talk about everybody else. So,
yes.
You know.
Well, may I do a small plug?
Go for it.
So I met Andrew through a friend, Katie.
Yes.
And you did our sign. So if you drive by the Co on Queen Street, you'll see this amazing wood sign that, truthfully, it was just the perfect timing, the perfect sign. It was amazing.
It all came together.
Yes. So as well as your full-time job, you also have probably another full-time job.
I have another full-time job, yeah. My own little business on the side.
Right.
So
that's right.
Yeah, and there's lots of fun. So
yeah.
But we're here to talk about you. We're here to talk about you. Because I was here 2 weeks ago for your grand opening.
Yeah.
Can you believe 2 weeks have flown?
No, it feels like a long time ago already.
Isn't it? Yeah, pretty wild, isn't it?
Yes.
I would like you to explain what the Co is to everyone, because I don't do it justice when I'm explaining it.
Oh.
I think you do a far better job. So, you're the expert. I mean, it's your business. So, but I'm learning to explain it better. So what is your business? Pretend I don't know anything about you.
You didn't create anything.
Tell me what your business is.
So we are a creative arts center that promotes mental health, art creation and education, and building community.
And you seem to love local artists.
Yes, and that is our art creation piece. We have a local gallery, and so every 3 months we will exhibit a new artist, and they are free to use any spot on any wall, anywhere in the space, to really show whatever it is that they're doing at the moment. And so we have a lineup already. Our next available spot is November 2020.
November 2020. So you're booked up till November 2020.
I am.
I was looking at your Facebook page, and right now you've got Dalton Love Day, right?
Well, he's actually moving in November.
Oh,
so
moving
right,
okay.
yeah. So right now we have Elizabeth Sennin and Liliana Doyle, and 2 amazing female artists in Chatham.
Yep.
Liliana is 16. I like to promote that she is homeschooled, and she's really rocking 2 businesses right now. She's doing amazing. She has a jewelry business as well as her art. Wow. And she is just doing really great things. I'm
going to take some photos and
please do
include them along with the podcast, because that makes total sense. And then people can see on social media what we're talking about. So
yes.
So that'll be there. I'll do that before I leave. So
yes. May I I'll also do a plug for Dalton?
Yeah.
The Natural Visions Photography. Sorry, I got talking about something else. But he is an amazing local photographer. Mm-hmm. He's based in Blenheim, but he shoots like everywhere.
Really?
And so he gifted us with a canvas of wheat.
Okay.
And it was beautiful. And so that was one of our giveaways for the grand opening. But yeah, he's November. Wow. He'll come in November 1st.
That's amazing. Very cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So lots of things happening in that space. I wanted to ask you a bit more about, so that's the artist side, the creatives. You've also got activities going on here with your partner.
Yeah.
Partner. Well, that's not the right word. Well, it seems to be. She seems to be like everywhere with you. So
we are an amazing team.
Daddy, thank you.
She's amazing.
Okay.
Am I allowed to say names? Sorry.
Go for it. Yeah.
Okay. So her name's Jessica Crows. She runs Wild Child Imagination Studio. Oh. We don't partner on the but she does have a space here.
Yes.
But we also partner in Elevate, which is a women's mastermind group for local business women.
You're jumping ahead of my notes.
I apologize.
It's okay.
But we had met by happenstance.
Yeah.
And it's just, she is awesome. She hustles. She's so smart. And we both bring really neat things to the table that complement each other. And so I am so happy and grateful that I've met her. And
she went through the Starter Company Plus program, the small business centers, which is how I've come to know her through that connection. And then she seems to be everywhere.
She's hustling. She's doing great.
So are you. You're everywhere. So you're killing it. I tell you, you are.
Thanks.
So okay, we started talking about Elevate. Let's talk about Elevate. Let's go there. Let's go there. So, because we were just talking about this yesterday with another thing that's going on, all these wonderful things. They're all coming together. It's like a big mesh, right?
Yeah, and I think it's beautiful because I think that Chatham allows that to happen. Yeah. And it's a space where people can be open for that collaboration. Mm-hmm. And it's exciting and beautiful. So what's Elevate? So Elevate is, like I said, a mastermind group for women in business locally. So what we do is we come together, we meet every other month, and we do either a brainstorming session, so women are free to bring what they're working on, what they're going through, and kind of pitch it to the group as a supportive network. And we all kind of come together and try and brainstorm, giving our expertise, our time, and our, I guess, opinions about how we can help that person. That's awesome. Yeah. And then the 10th of October, because this is going to go up today/tomorrow, and today is the 3rd, 4th, I've lost track of time. 3rd. Too. Yeah, I think it's 3rd. It doesn't matter. Today is the start of October, Small Business Month. Yes. But well before your event, which is on the 10th of October in the evening. So what's going on with your event? So we're now introducing a new piece to Elevate, and it's interviews. And so it's kind of like an Oprah event where we'll sit down and we'll just get to know the person behind the brand and really talk about what they're doing, what they're excited about, but also cover subjects that are meaningful and resonate to the local businesswoman and also women as entrepreneurs. Because I think there's this theme that really runs deep for the women here in Chatham that have a business, and whether it's questions, concerns, we want to open up the floor to that. Absolutely. You've got 2 great speakers coming in. We do. So do you want to talk about those speakers that are coming? Yes. So my good friend, I'm calling her my good friend. You can call her a good friend. If she calls you out on social media, that would be really funny, but I never see her doing that. We're not friends. We're not friends. She's so fantastic. So it's Katie Villaranda.
Yeah.
And she runs Position 1 SEO. She's amazing. She is, I can't wait to interview her just to gush about her because she is sweet, she's passionate, but she is a killer businesswoman as well, right? Which are these layers that you find out as you get to know her. And the connection to her is she actually created the Co's website.
Okay.
So she is awesome. She was just really excited about what I was creating and wanted to jump on board, and I am 100% forever grateful to her. And so we'll talk about her upcoming book, and her business, and just what her life has been as she has started her business.
So she was on our podcast.
Yes, I know.
Wonderful. And she was the person who came on for the second episode ever, which is not published, because that was the one where we forgot to unmute the mic. And we learned an important lesson that day about specifically how this microphone works. But she was also lovely enough to come back a second time.
Probably with this beautiful smile.
Absolutely. She was awesome. So
yes.
But I got to give a shout out to her for another reason, which is yesterday we had a meeting. It was included her. But then she brought along the intern who's working for her, which I thought, this is wonderful. She's off to a business meeting and is encouraging others. You know, I think that's so great.
Yes.
Setting an example. So, you know, it just blows me away. So good. So good. Okay, let's talk about your other speaker.
Okay. So the next one is Elizabeth Sooney.
Yes.
And she has a local business here. She was on your podcast.
Yeah.
Woolly Doodle.
Yes.
And so she's a really great businesswoman. She just recently won Entrepreneur of the Year. So I think that's really fantastic. And I was watching the episode with her, and she was also nominated for another business award.
Yes.
RBC, was it?
There were several.
Oh,
there were several. I know, it's okay. There was the RBC one, if I recall. They nominated her, so she went in for just a meeting with her bank, and they wound up nominating her for this. Amazing. I don't know if she went all the way through, but I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Just to go in for a discussion and turn around and have people love it so much that they're nominating you.
Yes.
And you don't hear that every day happening.
That's right. So I'm really excited to sit down with her and to hear her journey. And what I'm kind of doing is picking out the themes from their story and just really having them breathe life into it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so she has an incredible story. I think that she is an innovator. I think that she's able to be in a space and create something from it that is meaningful to her. So I'm excited and just bubbling to sit down with her, because she's really great to sit down with too.
This is why you two are simpatico, because you're doing very similar things, right? You're creating those spaces. And so that's good.
I also recently bought one of her outfits.
Okay.
That is super comfy.
Really?
So, yeah.
I thought it was all kids. Is there
no? So I didn't buy kids clothing.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
I could.
I really should look at the website a little deeper.
No, they have adults as well.
Okay, good to know.
I mean, was awesome.
You know what? If it's a hat, maybe you bought a hat. I shouldn't assume, right? Maybe she started off doing scarves.
I know.
So,
no dog. Was it baby?
Something.
Yes.
Yes.
So if you have this capability to like come in and focus on your face in that moment, you should. That was your all right.
Pause. Anyway, let's get back to this. So you bought some clothes. Good.
It was, and it's because she was at the Etsy fair.
Oh yes, she was at the Etsy on last weekend.
Yeah.
So that's very cool. What else is in my fun show notes? I just wanted to talk about. So let's talk about your side of it, because as you said, you've got the but you've also brought in the therapy side of things. So tell me about the therapy side of things.
Yes. So this is my passion. I absolutely love being a therapist. I am a creative arts therapist specializing in drama therapy. And so what that means is I'm trained in theater and psychology. And so I really...
You're analyzing me right now, actually.
Well, that's why I started our feed that.
There's my id kicking out. It isn't about me. It's about others. So go on about you.
Anyways,
I apologize. No. Okay, no. So therapy, yes. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so I use all forms of theater, whether it's play, mask work, improv, role, all of that as a way of engaging clients in therapy. And so I can also pull on art, different forms of art, and whatever the client really connects to, that's where we start. And what it is that we are really processing what they're going through in a different way as opposed to just words. So we're using our body, we're using art, we're using movement as a different way to understand some of the things that's really going on for them.
I think I've heard places like Windsor Regional Hospital are really jumping on board with this, Hotel du Grès, those sort of places. And so the fact that you're bringing things that are in large institutional places to a community like Chatham, I think that's phenomenal.
Thank you.
No, hey, it's they're winning awards in those sort of spaces, so I can't wait to see when you start to win awards for what you're bringing here. So I think that's great.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love my work. I'm to be able to share a space with somebody in that way is so meaningful, and I'm honored, really.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What sort of age range are we talking? Just adults or just kids?
So yeah, I normally see kids. Okay. I see the range that I have seen is from 2 to about 20. Okay. And really, there are pockets within those that I normally do see, and there's really a spectrum of why people might come to see me for therapy. So it could be anxiety, depression, struggling socially with, say, school or family. I also get a lot of family dynamics, family relationships that might be happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the things that struck me the other day when we were chatting is you mentioned, because this came up, a conversation about business and trying to bring up the self-talk courage to be able to say, hey, you know what, I've got an invoice that's past due, even to a family member, can you bring that, and so that you were discussing that and said, hey, well, I do that.
Yes.
So tell me more about the...
Well, I don't necessarily do that specifically, but I do that work in the sense of allowing somebody to really practice something that they can apply then to life. And in the drama therapy world, it's called rehearsal for life. Oh, okay. So in this space, what it might look like for a child, say they're getting bullied at school, and they don't necessarily know how to handle that situation. So in this space, they can try on different ways that they could then approach that situation. Sure. So maybe they want to talk it out. Yeah. They could try that here with me. Maybe they want to walk away. They could try that out. How did that feel? Yeah. Or maybe they want to try yelling. So this space is safe. It allows you to try on different characters, ways,
different hats
roles,
in many ways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you can sense which one really resonates with you and then apply it to your life. So the way that would apply to, say, a business sense is, say somebody needs to really practice becoming more assertive with an invoice. And here we could say, what would an email look like? How would you write it? Say, let's pretend you had to have a conversation. We could then pretend having that conversation. Are you assertive? Oh, did that feel right? No, let's try it again. Do you want to be more kind? What would that sound like? How is your body position? And we could run through all of those things and again, and then process why. Why does that not feel right? Where do you want to go with that? And then once they kind of have that courage to try on where they want to go with it, they can then do it in real life.
This is something that in my role and as part of communications, we do. So if there's discussions and topics that we have to go out, both negative, but also positive.
That's right.
You role play through it a little bit.
Yes.
And you say, let's have this discussion before we go out to an event or before we go to this place, and you walk through it a little bit, and you practice. That way, you sort of got that little bit in your back pocket. You've got that there, and it may not go the way you practiced.
That's right.
That's okay too.
Yes, that is
right?
okay. Yeah. And so the deeper level of that, where I would additionally take it, is what are these patterns that you're holding?
Yeah.
And why? Let's get curious about it.
I should come in here before I have to do a press conference and discuss things with you.
Definitely. That would be awesome.
That'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
And probably very helpful. So yeah. Wow. Okay, what else do you want to tell me about this amazing space? Because we're in it.
Oh, we would also love to do pop-up shops.
Pop-up shops.
And so I am curating a list of local creators, local artisans that you would normally see maybe online. And I want to house them here. And so it will give them a space and a venue for people to come and experience what they make, really face-to-face, very much like the Etsy fair.
Etsy, yep.
But more than once a year. So then I can showcase different local talents that really have something that you can take away.
Gotcha. I saw your Facebook post that said, we're looking for handmade creators. Are you a creator, maker, or local artist and are looking to display and sell your items? Drop you a message. What sort of time frame? So if somebody was in here, was it like a single day?
It is a single day. So I would suggest really maybe a morning or an afternoon or something that covers over lunch. And just a one-time thing. We could potentially in the future look to do more. But I love shining the light on what people are doing and making it accessible.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the stuff is a bit underground here, and so really just bringing it out into the open and saying like, this is great, you got to come get this.
That's great.
So we have some people lined up. I'm really excited about it.
Okay, I'm jumping topics. I'm going on a tangent.
Okay.
But last night we had an Etsy event, which sort of ties in with this.
Yes.
And I was chatting with this phenomenal young woman who was there, and she's at the point of considering, does she want to start doing things on Etsy? She doesn't know yet what she wants to do. She's learning. She's in that exploring stage. Yeah. And I said, okay, this is really great. She goes, but I don't know what to make. I'm not sure what to do. I'm very creative, and I have all these talents. And she started listing them, and I went, you could make anything you want. Yeah. And I asked her the question of, should we host, or should economic development host just a maker session where we say all these talented people and businesses and communities come together just to brainstorm and have that. Maybe something to Elevate could look at something like that as well.
Yes.
And I'm just throwing ideas out there. This is totally off of my plans notes here. But this is the sort of reaction and discovery that we have when we're out in the community having these events.
Yes.
Is other ideas are coming out.
That's right.
And so I'd love to see something like that. Or if anybody's listening and they want to do this, there is a need.
Well, I would. That's another thing that we do. I would love to host here, as well as having Jess's art classes. We also host art workshops and creative type classes, and so that maker space that you're talking about would be perfect here. And so different artists are going to be coming and kind of sharing their craft in a workshop type setting, and so maybe that would be something that would really.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a conversation about a maker space, but even just a networking event for makers.
Yes.
So they could get together and say, just collaborate and see what's out there, because she was trying to explore where to go.
Yeah.
And she asked the question, what's available online, and somebody around said, well, everything's available.
That's true.
Right. But what do you bring to it?
That's right.
That's the difference.
Yes.
And that was the key piece. And I really hope she heard that, because that's the inspiring part. Is if you're thinking of it, it probably exists. But what are you bringing to it?
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And so, and you've done that here. you've done that here. You've brought something that is awesome. That is I think going to have a great impact for the community. And
thank you.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I'm thrilled to be here, that you've invited me, and then you let me rearrange all your furniture and everything. So,
yes.
Okay. To plug your website,
okay.
What's your website address?
The Co.
The Co.
Yes.
theco.com.ca. Something. Do you remember?
Please
Should I have to look it up? It's okay. I found your Facebook one. Which is facebook.com/theco-chatham.
Yes. Don't tell Katie.
Don't tell Katie. I'm not editing this part.
Please.
By the way. So not editing this part. It's fine.
So you know how you're talking to the tech lady?
Yes.
Like.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
We'll put I will get your website. I will put it in the show notes, and then Katie will talk to you about this moment.
She will.
She totally will.
Yeah.
She really will.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, she will. The Co-Chatham, however,
yes.
on Facebook is where I think I've seen most of.
Do you know what? Actually, that is
stuff.
the website. The Co-Chatham.
The Co-Chatham. Okay.
Yes, because I have plans.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good Facebook page. I like it. So you're adding a lot of material.
Katie,
so and we'll thank Katie as well. But yeah, that's so good. This is the honest and raw. You don't find this in edited, short formats.
Oh my goodness, my parents might watch. Come on, you gotta edit this out.
No. I was telling a story. I told you the story the other day about the best part of.
I know, and it's awesome that you look for those.
Oh.
Those are truly the moments of theater, right? And
yes.
Like that authentic moment, right?
Well, now I have to share the story for those who are listening. This is almost an outtakes point. So the Advanced Realty fellow, Ryan, and the person from CIBC, Ashley, were sitting there, and he had created this video, and he had sent it obviously over to her and got feedback through text where she said, "Oh, it's wonderful. I love it." Well, in the session the other day when we were recording, this is where I wish I was still recording, because he goes, so yeah, that video, and you loved it, and she went, well, actually no, and you could see his heart break, and it wasn't because he didn't record a good video, it's because when he posted it on Instagram, it cropped it, and the cropping that had happened wasn't flattering in many ways,
right.
and but it was that moment of honest, pure, emotion,
right?
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. This is a space. I'm feeling the safe space here, talking about this and being able to say this here.
It totally is. It's so safe.
They're now going to reach out to me and yell at me for sharing the story, but you know what? That's fine.
That is awesome.
I'll own it.
May I talk about some of the places that I'll be speaking?
Yes,
Tell me about that.
Yes.
Mostly because I want to plug these other places.
Of course, yeah.
So tomorrow I'm doing a stress management workshop at the Youth Employment Center in Wallaceburg.
Okay.
Yes, and so
very cool.
What they do is they have services for ages 15 to 29 for people who are experiencing barriers to getting work. And so they offer these amazing services to help them through that. And then, so I'm going in and I'm having a little workshop with them, doing a little creative art. And it's pretty exciting.
That's great.
Yes.
So that's tomorrow, which would be Friday the 4th.
Yeah.
There
we just figured out the date.
Yeah. That's great. What else are you doing?
And then Elevate is the 10th.
Elevate's 10th.
And then I will have a booth at the Book Bash. Oh. The lovely ladies at the library who are so great.
Yes.
They invited me to be there, which is really cool because it's something that it doesn't necessarily connect, but because of my work with my kids, they've invited me, so I think it's really exciting.
That's great. That's October 23rd.
Yes, that's right. And then at the end of the month, I'll be speaking for the Growing Together Resource Center for their ECE Appreciation Night.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's my friend Deb, who is amazing. She is the director for the Growing Together, but then also has a vision boards and Dare to Declare. Yeah. That's right.
She's coming up, by the way. I have her book. So,
Good. Yeah. Sorry, I think I
Spoiler
just
alert for the
echoed.
future.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, so that's the month of October.
Wow.
Yeah.
Busy month.
It's a good one.
And running Hiss.
Yes.
And, the rest of life.
The rest of life,
So
yes.
how's that work-life balance going for you?
Here's the thing. I'll do the small piece. So at our first brainstorming session, everybody's bringing these really good topics. And then there's like, Angel, what would you, like to bring? I said, what I'm really struggling with is this work-life Deb doesn't call it a balance. She calls it a flow. And so I said, my goal is to feel really good and successful at all parts of life that I'm involved in. And the table went silent.
Yeah, that's...
And I'm like, so who's going to help me with that one? And they're like, okay, good. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's what I brought.
High five. Good luck.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's a journey, and I think that there are
Absolutely.
seasons and how to really do your best at each season.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
What a way to end it. Let's end it there. Unless there's something else we want to talk about. We're good?
I don't think so.
Okay. I just got to be aware because eventually my phone dies. This is high quality content. Low production value, except for today because we're on site. So, like I said, we're raising up production value here.
Yes.
But still recorded with the phone. Yeah, thank you. This has been great. So that is facebook.com. I can't believe I just say facebook.com. I feel, wow, Tony, that's so bad. /thecochatham. So that's the important part.
Yes, thank you.
Facebook.com. How ridiculous. I'm at investck.ca. You can find us at @ecdev or ckecdev on the Twitters and Facebooks and interwebs.
Instagram? Are you guys on Instagram?
We're Instagram, yeah.
Awesome.
LinkedIn, yeah.
Wow.
I know. Podcasting. This is on YouTube, iTunes, and Google, and a variety of other podcasts. Oh yeah, we're all over the interwebs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's all techie.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming to my space.
It's been great.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.